than whatever it is we're looking at.
I was like, what kid knows what dip is? What preschool kid is going to see something and be like, that's dip?
A thing is skull on there. So thing is just a thing of skull.
Oh, no, just roll it.
Did you
the
mute
hiccups
me?
at all?
Did you mute me instead of yourself?
I muted me, but everybody was just roll it. We're back. We know how to do this podcast.
Whoa. Welcome to May the Zoo be with you. Take 2. America's. I'm not going to say it again. It's a one-time deal. We're a podcast. I am, of course, joined by the man whose main intro was just wasted, and you'll never, ever see it. Donald.
He never saw it either. He was working the whole time.
He's on a second monitor. New tax bracket Donald's tough to work with.
Yeah. I have 3, bro. I have 3 monitors.
He's trying to stay in that tax bracket. He's working real hard to stay up there.
And I am, of course, joined by the man who's having a hiccup/coughing attack unlike anything you have ever seen before. His head is blue, but his hiccups are choking him slowly. Louis DeGeorge.
I was chugging my Spindrift. I drank my Spindrift too fat.
What's a Spindrift?
It's sparkling water, but it's got real fruit squeezed in it.
What's the difference between that and just like a cheap regular sparkling water?
There's no fake flavors and things that are bad for you in this. It
just didn't work out. Your hiccups or coughing is gone, and I was hoping talking for a while would make you do it again. But
I think it's balancing out.
No.
And we're joined by Josh. Yay!
Intros aren't so easy there.
Almost this 2-time, getting close to being a 2-time champ here. 2-time dad.
Going back to back dadding. We're on the edge, ready to go.
Better you than me.
Same mom, everybody. I know everyone's wondering right now. It's the same mom.
I don't think people were wondering that. I don't think that was a concern.
We got baby daddy Josh over here.
That was a concern. Jesus.
I thought about saying that. If you take this clip back 30 seconds, it was running through my head, and I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to go there or not. And I was like, no, this is the podcast, baby. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh! All right. This is really. We're interrupting Donald's work. We gotta get to it here.
All right. Today we're going to talk about the lawsuit for. Everyone's talking about this. The lawsuit for Hasbro. This has big implications on a lot of TCG stuff. We'll talk about as much as we can. That sounded like we have something to do with the lawsuit. We can talk about all of it. We're just stupid. We don't know that much stuff to talk about. We'll do our.
Do we have to do the thing where we disclose over WotC shareholders?
I sold my Hasbro shares.
You sold your Hasbro shares?
I had to farm some tax losses.
Saying that out loud on a recorded video just shows how irrelevant this podcast is.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
It's just what my accountant told me to do. I don't know.
We're going to talk about not Commander Masters, about Marvel Commander that got spoiled or leaked or something. I don't know. There's Strixhaven product to talk about. Ravensburger admitted that they haven't sold any boxes. We've got Star Wars admitting they printed the same serialized card twice. It's going to be a wild podcast. And Arthurian Legends is getting printed again, or maybe not printed again, but this show has a restock. So we're going to talk about that. Let's get into the lawsuit. So there's a big lawsuit going on, which is the shareholders, some of the shareholders from Wizards of the Coast are attempting to sue to do a securities lawsuit, a securities class action suit that alleges that Hasbro and executives like Chris Cox and Cynthia Williams violated federal securities laws by misleading investors about Magic the Gathering's production strategy. And it's very important to say that. The lawsuit is that they misled shareholders. Because I think what the internet is focusing on is really all the things that we've known of in the last 5 years. They printed stuff to the moon. They have been printing, they've been Magic the Gathering cash cowing, right? Where they have been increasing the amounts of sets increasing the amount of secret layers to make up for Hasbro's other losses. Nothing about that is inherently illegal. It's stupid
Or surprising.
or surprising, right? It's stupid. It's whatever. We all, most of us, I think, disagree with it. But nothing about that is illegal. The lawsuit is about the misleading investors about Magic the Gathering production strategy. And it's kind of a big deal. I mean, I think this is going to end up being one of those things that doesn't actually go through. So February 20th, I believe, February 9th is the next time we'll have any more info on that. Like Hasbro has until February 9th to respond to this. And then for most of my research, it seems that most lawsuits like this end up not going to trial. They usually
settle. They'll just settle out. Yeah.
Yeah, they usually settle. But importantly, there are like 6 or 7 Hasbro ex-employees that are involved in this and pretty high up. Like I think if I'm remembering from Rudy's video correctly, one of the things that he quoted was like the VP from another country, basically. So there's like pretty high level. I mean, it's not America, right? But there's like pretty high level executives that are talking about this.
Sure.
So, would you guys have anything to add to the setup of that before we roll into the questions? Or
the big thing I would say is it's all based around not only mismanagement but misrepresentation of risk and financial gain. I think is the big points that I took away from it. Like that's the real meat and potatoes of the lawsuit, claiming that you're devaluing our shares intentionally to, like we said, feed the rest of this monster here.
Yeah. It's interesting. So I want to start off this way because I think, in my opinion, and again, I'm not an expert on securities fraud. Nobody on this podcast is.
Well, that's what Donald does for a living now.
Where the hell's George? You know, George would be a great person to have on this podcast. He's nowhere to be found. Comment section. Do your thing.
He just posted it and work. He just commented on a post at work.
Where's your boss, Donald? All right. Anyway, God, that has to be the worst.
That's a rough life, dude.
Yeah, that's terrible. Here's my thing. I think that this will, and it already has, because most of this is 2021 to 2023, which is important too. I think that this will change the way that other card games print boxes and communicate things and talk to their people, that they're investors, and not many of them are full-fledged shares, right? Like I think Pokemon's a privately traded.
I was about to say, it's got to be a publicly traded company for this to apply, I think.
Well, but the negative impression from the public is that is damaging to Hasbro and to Wizards of the Coast. Like this being out there, that they had a name called Parachute Products that was essentially, Chris Cox could call and be like, hey, we need money because this thing over here didn't sell very well. Drop one of our Parachute products, and the Hasbro or the Wizard of the Coast people would be like, do, and they have a plan already in place to put out some shitty product like Double Feature or Commander Masters.
Imagine a world where Double Feature is your Parachute product.
It was one of them,
right? But if that's your Parachute product, you're hitting the ground. Like,
not really, because we've talked about this on the podcast. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It sells
if it sells or not, because distro buys it. Like they're it's hit a button and you're printing money. They've got the win already. Like and because of that, that's what kind of devalues the Magic brand as a result of devaluing the cards in hand. So I think when other companies look at the negativity that the oversaturation of the market had, and now this is public, and before it was like kind of speculative, but now this is real and public, I think it will affect the way that like other companies look at doing a quote unquote masters reprint type set, quote unquote, like doing an abundance of products or overprinting or over. What do you guys think about
that? I think we tend to do this with situations like this. I actually don't think this has any long-term negative impact on the brand that is Magic the Gathering. I think this is bad. I think the way they approach it is bad for people like you and me. I think the way they approach it is bad for game stores. I think the way they approach it is bad for people who want to pop in and play Magic every once in a while. But as far as the brand of Magic the Gathering, I think this is going to do little to nothing. You could tell me a story where we're not talking about this in literally 2 weeks. I know February 20th, we're supposed to get the next piece of information. This one hit big. Next piece of information, it's going to hit, and a third of the people that talked about this one are going to talk about that.
The weird thing is, like, to the player, like there's two different things here. Like, the player base that wants their cards, cheap to be able to play, it's not a bad thing that they overprint. But then, like, to your collectors, I mean, because player base,
this is my least favorite argument for cheap Magic, for the record.
Well,
my least favorite argument. You and Josh both do this argument. Is that fair, Josh? You kind of feel this? Yeah, I've heard you say the same thing.
No.
You don't want cards affordable?
Last week you want play boxes to be $120 on TCG Player, which is below.
Do I want play? Yes. Do I think that this is an example of making Magic cheaper? No. This lawsuit, what they're alleging in this lawsuit, what they're complaining about in this lawsuit, is not, in my opinion, aiding making Magic cheaper.
Okay, yeah, I kind of agree with that.
I can explain that, but
let's go with Donald's philosophy, though, because it did devalue a lot of the singles. It did devalue a lot of the product, the cards.
It's about overprinting, right? Am I wrong? Am I misinformed?
That's part of it.
About print frequency.
Yeah, overprinting.
The number of okay.
Overprinting and print frequency.
Well, gotcha. Overprinting and lying about the inventory was part of this whole, maybe not quote. Sorry, allegedly. I'm gonna throw everything we say from here on out is allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
You're gonna get subpoenaed.
Yeah. But allegedly all that stuff. But my point with the product thing, the pricing thing for players, like, I get it, it's cheaper for players to play, but when you affect stores negatively and stores can't make money off of a product, then you're now going to affect that players don't have a place to play. Like, that's in my opinion, a huge misnomer from the people who want cheap game pieces. It's like, you want cheap game pieces, go look at all the dead games that don't have anywhere to play because nobody wants people playing Star Wars in their store. You know what I mean? Like,
now careful, Mr. 99.99% of all Magic games are played outside of the local game store.
Oh, I totally agree that they are. I still believe that. Not 99.9, but I agree that the vast majority of games are played outside the store.
Yeah, but I mean, then people still have a place to play. Like we talked about this back when we talked about if the game store would die. If the game store dies, Magic would continue. People would still play Magic.
All right, let's go back though.
Yes.
So you don't think it affects how other games look at their release cadence, how other games look at their product cycle and their cost of boxes and that kind of stuff?
Let's start with release cadence, right? If you were capable of releasing sets at the rate Magic the Gathering releases sets and achieving the sales that Magic the Gathering achieves, you would just do it. Like, you would want to give your customers, as much as you could physically give them to support what they want and soak in as much money. Because remember, let's not pretend that Wizards of the Coast is in their little offices going, ha ha ha, how can we make this evil? No, in their mind, they're making as much money as possible while also giving their customers and fans everything they're capable of giving them. That's their drive.
See, I think where I disagree with you is, I'm going to use an example you're going to focus on. So let's use Spider-Man as an example. I would be, if I were a betting man, I would bet that the original Spider-Man product, the smaller set that they initially were going to do, they were like, nope, that's not cash cow enough. Make that bigger so that it generates more sales. And then they made it bigger, and the bigger product was worse for the consumer. The bigger product was not a successful product from a consumer level.
Sure. In that instance, now, I would speculate that wasn't just a Hasbro decision. I would speculate that when you're partnering with somebody as big as, you know, Marvel and that branch of Disney, they probably have some say in that, right? But every other example of rapid release cycle, we've talked about it. They print too many boxes. It's too much for consumers to handle. But why do people buy and play cards from every single one of these sets? Because it's so well designed. Even at the pace they're doing, sets are just bangers. They're coming out. They're really good products. They're really fun cards. They're really good sets. And Magic's selling probably at a clip that it hasn't in my lifetime right now, as far as a set over set basis. It's selling at an insane clip.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they've definitely figured it out since, you know, again, this was focused on 2021, 2023, where we were doing some other stuff, and then we kind of got in on this towards the tail end of 2023. Did you see that they confirmed that they trashed the Magic 30 boxes?
Yeah. Yeah. And
someday we're gonna do this on stream on the podcast, but we've teased it.
No,
we've teased it enough.
That stays sealed forever.
Someday I'm gonna pull my Black Lotus out of here.
No, that stays sealed forever. And then one day when you die, it's full circle and it goes into a landfill. Like that's the juice right there. That's what that box should do.
Yeah, man, I just think I agree with you that there won't be a ton of damage to Wizards from this today, but I think I only agree with you because I think the damage has already been largely done. Like I think
only at the investor level though, right? Like
I think
really changed
if you're investing in Wizards of the Coast, if you're investing in Hasbro, certainly
you super like Monopoly.
Like certainly you knew about this before this.
I would hope that someone investing at least has some idea of what the company does, and like, you know, it's not blind, but maybe not. Maybe people just have enough money. I mean,
remember, Wizard is just an arm of Hasbro, Donald, right? So you could have a lot of people buying Hasbro.
Sure.
That now
Hasbro's stock is up 2% in the last 5 days. So like
interesting.
Even with this announcement, nobody was like, "Oh, I'm going to sell my hat." Like I think most people who
I've got 6% over the last week and 9% over the last month.
Yeah. Well, mine was 5 days, but yeah, last month is 9%.
Yeah, roughly 6 to 9.
Right. 6, 7.
6, 7.
No, guys, we do the 69 jokes. We don't do the 6, 7 jokes.
That's old.
420, bro.
Sorry. Right in the mic.
No, they're back. So I can't imagine this does damage. You mentioned the damage already being done, and I agree with that. I think the transition period from the era of 4 sets a year, 1 commander set, into a rapid release cycle, and now into a rapid release cycle, which includes partnerships with outside brands, that transition was rough. Yeah. That period in the middle where they were figuring stuff out and how to do it, how many boxes to print, and how to release those boxes, where to sell them, etc., that was bumpy. It wasn't good. But as we sit right now, it's hard to look back. If your job is the health of Magic the Gathering as a whole, and not Magic the Gathering as you and I want it, right? But Magic the Gathering as a whole, it's hard to argue it wasn't a good decision. Like, there's more people playing Magic right now than there were in 2023.
The universe beyond, sure. Like that part of it, sure. I don't think a lot of what they're talking about from 2021, 2023 was a good decision. I don't think a lot of those master sets where they just were churning out 1 or 2 master sets a year was a good decision.
No, they were that's what I'm saying. They were problem solving and trying to figure out how to print more products in a year, how to sell more products in a year. And this was a stumbling block getting there. I want to be clear. I don't like it. I would like it to be the other way, but looking at it from a corporate standpoint, and you say what you did in 2021 and 2023 irrevocably damaged the brand and the game, and I go, look where it got us. Look where we are right now. It's hard to say that it did that.
I think it's hard to know. Yeah, I mean, I agree to some extent to that. I think it's really hard. I don't want to
come off like saying I'm agreeing with these decisions because I didn't and I don't.
But
it got us here.
But I also think there's been a lot of brand damage, and we still don't know the longevity of the new Magic the Gathering player that doesn't have connection to IP of Magic the Gathering. We still don't know how long. I mean, Lord of the Rings was what, 2 years ago? So like we
Yeah.
still don't have the data on was this a successful thing, or was this printing short-term money, and this is the 5 years of short-term money that we haven't seen the lasting effects of it. And I think like Rudy mentioned, he brought up all of the like the booming new indie TCGs that are out, and that this gave them a foothold to jump in the market. And like I think I really disagree with that take too, where I think that Magic certainly did open the door to some players going into those new games. I think that Whatnot in the digital age becoming very the last 5 years, our economy as a whole, and particularly the TCG economy, has moved so much influencer focused, and that has opened a door massively for new TCGs. Like to be able to like a new card game, like you and I probably would have played a new card game 10 years ago. Donald, like you played the Star Wars game,
The Decipher one.
the Decipher Star Wars game. Like we all of us would have played a new card game that came out, whatever. We probably just wouldn't have known about it. And on top of that, we probably, if we bought a pack, we would have had nobody to enjoy that pack with. Well, now you can buy the box of Lorcana on eBay. You don't have to have a game store. You can then go to Scruffy Looking Gaming and watch a dude in West Virginia open that box and talk about how he feels about the card game, and you're contributing to the economy, the overall atmosphere of that game. You have a relationship now that you wouldn't have had 10 years ago. And so I think like while I do agree that this opened the door somewhat for Magic the Gathering players to bleed into other card games, I think that this is nominal compared to the way that the world has just changed.
I think that's fair, and there was also other things that opened up the door. I mean, the kickoff of the pandemic and Wizards of the Coast being a larger company and feeling the pressure of what we at the time called, social responsibility and canceling events and all these things, and stay home and social distance or whatever was called in that time. The company taking the decision to embrace that opened the door for smaller companies to be able to say, well, we're pirates right now. You know what I mean? We're the small, move fast, break stuff. We're going to take risks. We're still going to do this. We're going to prioritize this when you feel like you're missing out on it. And it gave people a door to say, I still want this right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this. That's important. It's also important to note that since Wizards of the Coast said, okay, we're picking that mantle back up, all of the growth in that sector has completely ceased.
Yeah.
We always talk competitive Magic's terrible. Nobody plays competitive Magic. No other indie TCG or small TCG can continue to grow a competitive scene right now because Wizards of the Coast decided we're going to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other side is like the competitive scene is only as big as, I mean, it's small. Like the competitive TCG scene is a small part of an already very small industry in the TCG industry.
Yes.
And it's just not big enough to, it's not, this is, I mean, another huge reason Magic boomed, to talk about that, maybe isn't as much due to the release cadence, but the popularity of Commander, where like 5 years ago, Commander was, I guess, probably still the top. We're getting old. This podcast is now
It was approaching the top, if not there.
Yeah, certainly the pandemic solidified it, as people were stuck, now at home and not going out and that kind of stuff.
Even post-pandemic, because that's post-pandemic is when Wizards of the Coast really embraced it. And as much as, again, we don't like it, guess what the public sees? Just whatever it puts on the shelf.
Oh, I like it. I'm a big fan of the push to Commander.
I'm a big fan of the support of Commander. I'm not a big fan of the over pushing of Commander, I guess, as I would say.
I'm not a big fan of Wizards being involved in Commander.
There we go.
I think Commander is the best way to play Magic.
I think when they started designing for Commander,
I'm gonna get so much hate for that statement. Can't wait.
It's just not true. Commander's the best way to hang out with your friends around Magic cards.
I love how much hate I'm gonna get in the comment section.
It is just
hey, comment section, bring it on. I can handle it. I can handle
Can you?
it.
Wasn't it just last week when you were boohooing about the comment section?
Yeah, but then I aired out that dirty laundry.
You got
on
it.
the
You got
podcast.
over it. All right.
Were you boohooing about the comment section? What did I miss?
Yeah, there's that one guy.
You were literally here.
Oh,
Yeah. You just don't listen when anybody talks. It's okay. It's fine.
what?
That's what the podcast is. Dumping it into the landfill is so good.
This is so good.
It's so
Okay, all right, Donald. If I were to tell you they were gonna take yourself back to the Magic 30th Anniversary Edition, remember the tweet, this product is no longer available, intentionally not saying sold out. We knew this at the time, by the way. We planted our flag in this, like, it's clearly not sold out. Everyone knows that.
Such a different statement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where,
not
Donald,
available.
would you expect, knowing that it wasn't sold out, where would you expect the product to go? Because we all had guesses, but you didn't get to guess back then. Would you have guessed landfill with the negativity?
I fully expected to see it like on the shelves in Walmart for $50 or something.
Yeah, we thought Amazon. Amazon.
Yeah,
would-
Amazon
would-
Amazon makes
end
the
up on
most sense,
Amazon.
but yeah.
I will never, ever, ever stop saying that what they should have done is give 10 booster boxes of this product to every game store and have them do $4 per pack Magic the Gathering
Draft.
original drafts. Make these things, print them to the absolute ground, make them actual proxies. Like make them
and also print them into a booster box.
Yeah, but print them so that they are worth proxies. So that like you can't even say it affected the value of a Black Lotus. No, it didn't affect the value of the Black Lotus. There's 400,000 of these printed, and there were 40,000 Black Lotus. You know what I mean? Like print it to the complete but allow game stores to run $5 drafts.
Oh god,
to
that would have
celebrate Magic 30th. That would have been such a fun way to do it.
I think we can all agree the product was a miss, like in every aspect.
Yeah,
there was nothing good about it. But
Donald, we weren't talking really then. Were you playing Magic when this released, or were you pretty done with Magic at this point?
No, I was still playing.
How much would you have loved that for a month you're going to show up and you're going to do alpha draft?
Yeah, I mean it would have been cool,
insane.
but like I mean, everything about the product just put a bad taste in your mouth, and you didn't want anything to do with it at that point.
No,
Like,
you're totally right. But I'm saying if they had done it the way that Louis is
Right.
suggesting, I would have been hard. Like it would have felt bad to miss a draft night.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, they could have. I know that this is the bad word, but they could have put it on Arena even and done stuff with
100%.
that. You know, like they already have.
Yeah.
Well, they already have Black Lotus on Arena. You can like
Yeah.
there's that one card where you can conjure Power 9 or what?
Yeah,
like
the alchemy cards. Yeah.
I mean,
at the house, I have a cube that is proxies, and it's the like 2022 what is it, legacies where all the cards are legal from modern too, right?
Yeah.
The 2022 legacy cube from MTG Arena or MTGO online.
Okay.
And it's so much fun to play. Like you're drafting, you're passing you open up, we shuffle the packs, whatever. You're drafting, you open up a Lotus and a Mox in your hand, and you're like, which, what do I take? Like it's just so much
you
fun.
have to remember that like it's not that you're not money drafting, so like you take what's good and not what's
it's
like that's so hard to do too.
And they had an opportunity, and this also like let me line in more on this. I know we've talked about it a million times on the podcast, but they had an opportunity to introduce the next generation to those cards too. Like Pokemon does a really good job of this. They reprint the base set Charizard in the exact same card, exact same art, exact same framing with a stupid little stamp on it. And it doesn't affect the value of the base set Charizard, but it gives some 8-year-old kid an opportunity to see a base set Charizard and to hold it and to open it out of a pack. And that creates this hobby and this love for collecting of old stuff that you don't see that in Magic now. People don't retroframe foils a little bit, but people don't care.
Yeah, but do you think that's why a Black Lotus is worth so much more than a Charizard? Like the first printing of Charizard versus the first printing of Black Lotus?
No, the quantity of those cards is why there's such a lack of a thing. Like the amount of first edition Charizards is significantly higher than the amount of Alpha Lotuses.
Well, that and you can get one wherever. I can go buy one right now.
No.
I can spend $50. I can get a Charizard. Looks just like it.
No.
Satisfies my urge.
The Charizard pull rate for a first edition Charizard would be one in every. I think
It's like every
one and a half box and a half. Yeah. So like, there's a lot, and they also like remember that there was a product shortage for Alpha. When Alpha came out, there wasn't enough Alpha boxes immediately. When Beta came out, there wasn't enough Beta boxes immediately. When Pokemon came out, there were so many first edition boxes. They were so, have you ever seen those like old magazines where it's like, you can buy a first edition base set box for $29.99 shipped to your door? It's like,
Well, it wasn't a big set either. So it was if you got the box based on the rarity and foil and dispersion of the packs, you were almost guaranteed to get every foil in your box.
Yep. Yeah, and Alpha wasn't like that. Beta wasn't like that.
No,
Unlimited wasn't like that. Even Unlimited, they screwed up the printing. So the West Coast had different uncommons than the East Coast had uncommons. They were literally, people made tons of money in arbitrage shipping them from coast to coast. And people are like, the new economy of Magic is ruining the game. That was in 1994, everybody. So like, what do you want?
So far, we're okay. 32 years, man.
Yeah.
32 years.
All right, let's move on though. Marvel superheroes. Josh, you were excited about this. You texted me. Josh sent me the images of the deck. He was all excited about this.
So hold on. You're complete. That's very misleading. I did a video on it because you do videos on topical Magic news. And then I sent to my content creator friends the images that I use because I couldn't find images for the decks.
I didn't tell you guys this, but I'm now a full-time teacher.
About what? Oh God,
no,
those poor kids.
Are you teaching your kids to golf?
No, we have only snow days now. It doesn't matter that it hasn't snowed in a week. It's now just too cold. It's too cold for the kids to go to school. So I haven't done anything. I have just been parent, and it's also, there's no snow day. It's a at home modified school day, which just means,
Zoom and chill.
No, the worst part of that is that, I mean, I know like for your kids it doesn't matter because they're not really getting graded anyway.
Yeah. Tell me, person with no kids.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us how hard it is.
I'm telling this to you as a former teacher. The worst part is they can't actually grade them on that stuff, and they can't get penalized. The kids can't get penalized for not doing it.
Yep.
And then once they figured that out, like in COVID, they figured that out, it was done. Kids didn't do a single assignment after that.
My kids' work is such a joke. I was like, we should just homeschool this kid. Like, it's unbelievable. It's like she has to write these words, and she does it in 4 minutes. She does the entire day's worth of work in 4 minutes.
Does it faster than you?
Yeah.
For the love of God. This is a sentence I never thought I would utter out loud, let alone into a camera. For the love of God, West Virginia, open up your school system.
Right?
Don't subject these children,
poor children,
to whatever else this is. Normally the West Virginia school system, I'm not like, that's the first choice, but in this case, we gotta go back.
Anyway, sorry, continue. I was gonna, for our secret sauce today, I'll see if I can pull it off still. This question on my kids' home, we didn't know the answer. My wife and I both texted each other. It's like a picture of something, and then it's a 3-letter word, and they're supposed to write the word on it, and then they're supposed to write the word again. And I didn't know what the picture was. I was like, I don't know what 3-letter word this is.
Those always make the best internet memes.
I was like, what?
Those always make, Donald, you know what I'm talking about as a teacher, where the kids are writing some questionable things. Oh, those are the best.
Oh, I saw one just the other day that was the best. It was this kid. It was like, I want to be like mommy when I grow up, and they had to draw a picture, and it looked like a kind of a box and a stick coming up from it, and mommy holding on to it, and then people all around holding dollar bills.
Nice.
And so, you can see what this infers, but it was mommy works at Costco, and everybody was trying to buy the last snow shovel. So that's what it was. It was a snow shovel that mommy had to hold of, not the stripper pole. And everyone around with all the dollar bills was trying to buy the last snow shovel, not paying mommy for strip. Those are always the best.
Gosh, I love when the podcast.
Are we still in the allegedly section? Allegedly. Allegedly.
All right, this is not the one I was talking about, but this is a different one. Okay, I just sent it to you guys. I'm gonna pull it up on the chat too. Where's
You
our
sent
chat?
it to us via text?
No, put it in the magic section because that's what section I think
The-
we're in still right now.
I think those are
okay.
ducks.
It's still learning something
the-
while you're their teacher is magic.
The top of it. What are we supposed to do there? All it does is it has X5 circle 4,
You're
and then
you're
a
supposed to
picture.
Count the number of ducks, buddy. Are there 5 of them or 4 of them?
That's not what that's all. She's just supposed to count the number. She's 6.
Yeah.
She can count to 4 or 5. Like,
Well, that's what she's got to do.
There's no way that's what that's asking.
The second line is just a pattern, right?
The second line's a pattern. We got that. She did the whole page in like 3 seconds. She's like, Dad, what am I supposed to do here? I was like,
Are there 5 ducks or 4 ducks, Louis?
so she's supposed to circle the X? That can't possibly. That's not what they're asking.
They're asking if it's 5 or 4 ducks. It's a really poor way to pick an answer here.
I looked at those ducks for 20 minutes trying to find a difference.
Spot a different duck. Louis like,
I was like, they're all the same. What is happening?
I read this highlights magazine at a dentist. I know what I'm doing.
There was another one. I guess I didn't. I sent her a picture and her. Oh yeah, I used ChatGPT. I used Grok, and we are way off topic. I don't care. I used Grok.
You say, what is this asking?
Yeah.
And it showed you did it show you a duck in a bikini?
So
Is that what it did?
No.
Oh,
This is a different one.
isn't that all Grok does now?
So this one is, what is this image supposed to be? And it's supposed to be a 3-letter word, that little image up there. It's like, it's not soup. Soup is 4 letters. It's not bowl. Bowl is 4 letters. Like what? It's not carrot. Carrot is
It's not carrots.
6 letters.
How many?
It's not whatever. So I was like, I have no clue. I texted my wife. She was like, I don't know. She asked her coworkers. It took them like 20 minutes, and somebody was like, oh, it's dip. It's dip. D-I-P.
It is dip.
They're dipping something into this thing.
I wouldn't have guessed. Also, why dip? Why is that the 3-letter word of choice?
Grok thought it was oat, so she wrote oat. I said it's oat, honey. I texted my wife and I said, welcome to effing kindergarten, mother effers. Here's an impossible picture. Anyway.
If you had you know what you should do? In 2 months, when your kids have forgotten about this, challenge them to say, draw dip. And I bet they draw a more accurate representation of dip than whatever it is we're looking at.
I was like, what kid knows what dip is? What preschool kid is going to see something and be like, that's dip?
I want to see a thing of skull on there. Just a thing of skulls.
Anyway, that got here because you said that I was a full-time content creator making videos. I'm not, because I've done nothing to hang out with.
You tried to play up how interested I was in this. I just made a topical video, and since I had to make the assets because they weren't on the internet, I sent them to my content creator friends to be friendly.
Oh, you didn't just send them to me.
I sent them to you first.
Okay, that means something to me.
I
I'm not
sent
sure
everything to you first. I love you.
I'm not sure what it means to me, but it means something for sure.
I'll tell you what it means to you off the air.
Well, I have a question. Why didn't you send me the collector versions? You only sent me the non-collector versions.
Those are just the assets I made to use. Also, I don't think there are collector versions, are there?
There are.
Yeah.
And they're $150 each.
That's
No,
it?
They're not for sale.
Wait,
They're not for sale on TCG Play. There's no listings.
Oh.
The regular ones are
They-
120.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's what I saw.
Is the
Maybe that's-
MSRP might be 120 or 150.
At the
Maybe.
time that I made the video, those weren't leaked yet.
So yeah, if you click on the that link in there, there's a Table TCG Player. They have listings now for all the commander decks and the face cards.
What I find really interesting about this is we also got the Strixhaven commander decks.
Well, this was not
Like,
an official leak, right? This was a
I don't think this was official. I think it was I don't quote me. It was one of those things that leaked on Twitter. And then Grok put it in a bikini.
But
Here.
But what's interesting to me is, like, in the same day, we find out there's going to be 5 Strixhaven commander decks, one for each school. Sure, that makes sense.
Massive win.
Yeah,
Sweet.
huge.
Sick.
We also
Dope.
find out there's going to be 4 commander decks for Marvel, which is
Dope.
something we've
Win.
been, like, so
I gotta admit, when I saw the 4 commander decks for Marvel, I said, I
We've-
like Universes Beyond when it's commander. I like it. When you put
But
in a commander pre-con set, I'm okay playing. I'm excited to play. No, I'm not, but I'll pretend I'm excited to play Doom Prevails. That one looks cool.
it's just
That's
funny.
of course the only deck you're gonna play.
It's just
Captain
funny
America
coming
is
off
such a
of.
loser.
All right,
Captain America is the worst superhero.
Go ahead, Donald.
Coming off of what? No
We don't
decks.
we don't care about his Captain America take. Hit us with it, Donald.
It's just funny coming off of 2 decks, 1 deck, like commander. Then now we're all of a sudden we're getting hit with these all at the same time. They're it's like, oh hey, yeah, we messed up. Here's a bunch of commander decks.
The 1 deck, the 2.
Two decks, 1 deck.
Hold on, 2. I get it. Okay, fine. I don't like it, but it's 2. It's whatever. 1 commander deck in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What are we doing? You're printing 1.
So bad.
You're printing a single
so
commander deck.
stupid.
What are we doing?
Ninja
Donald,
Turtles,
I forgot that was a thing until you just reminded me, and now I'm mad, and it's your fault. You told them to print 1 commander deck. You QA'd the other 3 and said they weren't good enough.
Ninja Turtles is going to be such a weird release. Like it seems like it's not supposed to be a full-fledged. It feels a little bit like Spider-Man, where it was like maybe not supposed to be a full-fledged thing, but I don't know.
I think it's just weird that we got all the rares and mythics because of the Lorwyn debacle.
Yeah.
Like we have all of the rares and mythics in the set, I believe. We don't have alternate arc treatments and stuff, but we got a bit of that in the early collecting announcement.
It's funny though, I've had quite a few people reach out to me and be like, hey, huge Ninja Turtles fan. I'm going really big on this set. Like there's
Not only that though, there's some good cards that have got like there's a really, really good new rat commander
nice.
that's gonna like make rats really good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it.
I was not.
I thought you were gonna say it.
Nah. But I almost did. But anyway,
I want to know what were you about to say?
make rats great again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I think we're already doing.
Yeah. Listen, that's become a full-fledged meme now. Trump doesn't own that.
Anyway,
I think he owns Make Rats Great Again at this point. Like, I think he does own that.
Anyway, there's some good cards that have been spoiled out. So like the conspiracy theorist in me still says, and I didn't get to talk about this last week because you wouldn't let me, but the conspiracy theorist in
no,
me,
I'm not gonna let you talk about it.
Yeah,
no,
New Tax Market Donald isn't Eeyore. Stop. Just shout over everyone like a grown man.
I'm still focused on the never mind. Tell us your
you're still being 5. I said the word deck.
No, nothing. I'm gonna tell you guys off camera.
Okay.
It was the 2 and the 1. It was the 2 and the 1, not the deck.
Two decks, 1 table.
Continue.
I kind of like the game where Donald tries to guess us and see where his brain takes
in the comment section was also 12 years old in 2004 and knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, conspiracy theories.
That's because you were 22 in 2004.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. God, you know what's good about that is at least you look good because you're real old. You look great.
All right. Conspiracy theory, Donald. Let's go. Get to it.
2 things. 1, they knew that people would come out and play Lorwyn because it's a real Magic set. So they accidentally put these Turtles cards in there to be like, oh, here's a Universes Beyond set for all you people that wouldn't play with Universes Beyond. Now you have to. And 2, they were like, everybody thinks this set's going to suck, so we're just going to put all the cards out there so that they realize that they don't suck and they get hyped for it. Those are my 2 conspiracy theories.
I'm going to go one more conspiracy theory for you. I think
This is
one
a
of
rabbit
these
hole we're never getting at. Sorry, a rat hole.
one of these 6 Wizards of the Coast employees who is now out there as a hater of Wizards of the Coast in their final trash.
That was their final act.
That was their final act of getting back at Wizards of the Coast for devaluing the brand. Called up that company, was like, "Hey, swap these out."
I still have my Wizards of the Coast credentials. I swear I haven't quit. It came straight from Rosewater himself. Swap them.
What are our thoughts on these decks? My first thought is that a lot of them are 3-color and 2-color, and there's no unifying theme like in Strixhaven, and that always drives me nuts.
There is a unifying theme in Strixhaven.
No, there
There's
is
schools.
yeah.
Okay.
In the Marvel one,
You're talking about the Marvel. Okay.
It's like it's when you're like playing that 4-color deck, when you're playing in the pod of 4, right? That 4-color decks are automatically much more difficult.
I mean, the Final Fantasy decks were like that.
Yeah.
They weren't all like 2-color decks or whatever. I don't think that it's, outside of the scope of normal.
That's
but the it is slightly more difficult. Like it could be a higher ceiling though too. Like the 4-color deck is probably more powerful than a 2-color deck in most cases. So.
Yeah.
The problem with that is Wizards of the Coast just refuses to print a mana base that can support a 4-color deck.
It's true. That is true. That is the worst part of the precons, that once they go that high in mana, like different colors, then it's hard to.
Not to bang on them, that's really hard to do without some pretty high value cards.
Yeah, you got to put shocklands in there and stuff if you're going to.
It feels like at a bare minimum, right?
And shocklands should be like, I mean, like they're low enough value. I would think you should be able to throw a couple shocklands in a precon and it's okay. Like I see not putting fetch lands in there, but like,
I mean, you're throwing 4 shocklands in there though. You got $36. Assuming they're the cheapest one, $8 a piece. You got $36 worth of shocklands in there. That's now people are just buying that deck to flip it.
Yeah,
so I get it. I get why they don't, but you got to be careful about 4-color decks, man.
Which one is the thing?
Do you think it takes you to get a playable hand in that deck?
Oh, we only have the singles from. Why do we have what does the website have, or what does TCG Player have? Invisible Women, The Thing, Mr. Fantastic, and Human.
That was
that
was previewed way back when.
Okay.
When you got a commander deck that could be, every one of them could be the commander for that deck.
Have we gotten any more of the singles spoiled, or is it just the decks?
I just saw the commander for each.
Yeah, I think someone posted the face commanders, but I don't have them in front of me.
Gotcha. Were they cool?
The Captain America one is just okay, I guess.
I don't think I'm not supposed to share them too. As a store, I might get in trouble, so I'm not going to share them on the screen. Oh, were they cool?
Yeah, I mean, they're okay. Captain America was red, white, and blue.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that was the easiest thing to predict of all time. I thought Nick Fury would be the commander, though. I thought we did the Captain America thing. We did. Yeah. Why is Nick Fury not the commander of that deck?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Nick Fury is. I know.
Can I make an actual take? I hate surge foils.
Louis doesn't know who it is, so it's not an actual take.
Yeah.
Can I make an actual take? I'm so sick.
It's not real to him.
Can we talk about
other effing podcast?
Can we talk about something? Surge foils suck. Surge foils are the worst.
They're okay.
And making
Warhammer collector decks would disagree with you.
Making a more expensive deck. First off, it doesn't cost Wizards anymore to make a foil.
It does.
Maybe nominally. But
yes. It's just a false statement.
There is
wild statement.
Can I make a take that matters and completely lie to everyone really quick? Can I do that?
From a buyer of cards, there is nothing worse than when they make another Surge foil deck. And now there's a whole nother slew of stupid freaking soul rings that are the same soul ring, but in a different thing, but it's Surge foil, but it's whatever. These decks suck.
You don't have to worry about that. That's what Joey's for.
I do have to worry about that.
You need hugs, buddy.
I think wish it would do something unique with it. Make the collector edition all exclusive artwork. Like pay somebody.
I see we're playing the hits today.
Can't they pay somebody $40,000, some artist, to create 100 art pieces of art and have it be an exclusive, like, cool thing? Is
We're only
that,
gonna get through the first 4 tracks of the discography.
I'm sorry, but is that asking too much instead of just let's throw Surge Foiling over? Oh, look, it looks different.
And
make it more expensive.
And then we'll have one set a year.
Why?
Because you're doing all unique art.
They're wizards.
Well, hold on. Making quality art is not about money. I learned that. Making quality art for something is not about the amount of money. It's about the amount of time it takes.
I'm not saying it has to be hand drawn.
It's just very important that we take the time to really prepare into this art.
Rush art.
I'm just saying it's stupid.
Oh, don't do Donald now and get Eeyore because you got made fun of.
They could do. Forget it.
These are all Eeyore.
The best thing they could do in the whole world. They could use. I'm speaking like Trump to get your guys' attention. They could use
Commander again.
You know, they could have done with this a collector's edition. They could have taken original art from the comic books and every single card.
Then you would have. Oh, I almost used a bad word. You would have complained that it's just screenshots from something. You would have just complained about that at that point.
No, I would have been like, "That's really cool. That's so much better than just surge foiling over the same stupid cards." Surge foils are stupid. They're also worse. You can't read the card when it's played on the table. It looks bad. They pringle. Surge foils suck, man. Team, no surge foils. No surge foils.
You know what I finally pulled the trigger on? The comic book.
Don't do that one
from Spider-Man. Oh yeah, that's wow. Wow, you went there.
You went there. I didn't go there. You went there.
You went there. That's wild of you. I bought the comic book frame cards from Spider-Man. I finally bought my set.
You're later than Donald. Oh, he's the new tax bracket though.
Yeah, he's got money to blow, dude.
I hate it here.
No, you don't.
Donald, are you a Surge Foil fan?
It's okay. Halo foil is my favorite foil treatment.
Halo foil is beautiful.
Halo foils are better than Surge foils. I hate Surge foils so much. I think I'm okay with Surge foils in like as a second treatment to make a card like more rare, like the borderless Surge foils that are impossible to pull. That's a little cool. But when they just take the whole commander deck and they just print the Surge foiling over top of it, and it's like a regular Joe Schmo Soul Ring with some basic Joe Schmo Soul Ring art, and then it's Surge foiled so you can't see anything. That's stupid.
I hate this. It's the worst. I'm okay with it though. We're playing the hits today, man. I love it.
No Surge foils. All right.
Man.
Comment section, let us know what you think. Strixhaven, what are they doing? What is this?
What do you mean what are they doing? They made the only decision that matters with Strixhaven. They made the only decision that matters, and it's incredible.
They obviously didn't like my take on the Avatar amount of products, because there's just the same amount of products on this set.
What? The best part about Strixhaven
it's the best thing. It's the only thing that matters.
Is that they confirmed they're bringing back Mystical Archive, which is home run, and the Japanese Mystical Archive. Both of those.
I don't know why you're surprised about that.
I'm not surprised. Well, I mean, I am surprised because whenever they came out with masterpieces in Kaladesh, they were like, "We're going to continue doing this," and then that ended.
They shouldn't do the. I don't understand the Japanese ones.
Japanese ones are so cool, though.
No,
they're a pain in the butt when you have them in your inventory and you're trying to find them. I always have to look up I have to look those up. But
are these going to be in English? I guess we probably don't know.
It'll be the same as last time.
It's the exact same Mystic Archive.
I doubt it. I'm going to go ahead and say it's not.
They've already said it is. I put cards in the Discord.
Yeah, they have a picture of the card. That doesn't mean it's in the English boxes. Could be exclusive to the Japanese boxes.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
It's going to be the exact same.
Yeah.
Because they just recently stopped doing the Japanese in English packs. That's why I'm saying that.
They weren't.
They did, but this is not going to follow that rule. I'm telling you now.
Did this sell out on Amazon yet? It did. Interesting. It sold out.
It is. I am so excited. Donald, you and I were both worried that this might not happen. And if it didn't happen, it would have hurt Strixhaven for me. I would have been less excited.
I can't imagine them not having this. I don't know why you guys are so surprised by it.
You just did a diatribe for the last hour about Wizards of the Coast making bad decisions. Not doing it would have been a bad decision.
I am not a Strixhaven enjoyer, but the mystical archives are the best part.
Strixhaven's a great set. Is the different pack arts, is that normal? They really highlighted the different pack arts in this set.
There are always different pack arts. Aren't there?
There's different pack arts in every set.
I'm pretty sure.
I think that's true.
I don't
not like this though. Like the colors of the packs are completely different. It's cool. All right, things I don't like. The Codex bundle, they need to make up their mind about what these products are. I swear they're confusing the consumer. There's so many different products with so many different names. So now instead of a gift bundle or a pizza bundle or whatever bundle, now there's the draft night that has a collector pack in it. Plus, what is it?
Hold on. Time out. The at-home draft night.
Yes.
I think it's called draft night, at home. That's a confusing product for the consumer.
Yes, it is. It has collector pack in it.
Yeah, whoever wins the draft gets the collector pack.
Because when you draft,
hold on. Let me tell you why it's a confusing product. Who the F is buying this to draft? There's 10 packs in it. That's not even a number that you can draft with. There's 10 packs. What do you mean it's not a confusing product? What are you 3 of your friends going to draft 3 players and have 1 pack for prize support? What are you supposed to do?
Yes. That's what it's a you pick. If I'm not mistaken, it's a you pick 2.
There's 12 packs.
Okay.
It's for 4 people. It's for 4 people.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't.
What is going on? Do you think Magic consumers are the biggest idiots in the world? Now, you remember, you have Magic consumers at your store that watch this podcast.
But draft night.
This is a tough one for you, buddy. It's a product called Draft Night, and your problem why it's confusing is it has a prize in it.
So my problem with it is that the collector pack makes it so that you're rarely going to see this on shelf, and it's rarely going to get used for a draft night.
I mean,
almost
regardless of having the collector pack or not, it was probably never getting used as a draft night. Like it's not like products are never they never end up being what they're intended to be used for. They just open up for packs.
Commander decks had collector sampler packs in them, and they were still used to play Commander.
Why is that the same thing?
Because this is
my point.
Draft that has a collector pack in it. It's going to be
but a sampler pack. You're like, and it's also they weren't. A lot of people bought Commander decks to flip the cards inside and to sell the pack on eBay for $10. But my point is, like, you have the draft night thing that now has a collector. It has a collector pack in it, which the first draft night was recently for Lorwyn. I learned that it had a collector pack in it after we shipped all of ours out. Cool. Then you have the bundle, which is
he's saying he would have charged more if he knew that.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have, but I probably wouldn't have sold them not to locals. Like we had it up on our website. Got bought out by people in California. Shout out to people in California. Good job. You got the bundle, then you also have the Codex bundle. There's just so many. It's confusing for.
There's like a bundle and a special name different bundle in every Magic release.
Now, it wasn't always like that. It was gift bundle. That was a one-time thing.
And just like everything else, it's a one-time thing until it works. And now it's an all-the-time thing, and then it stops working. You have so little faith in Magic consumers. It's wild.
It's too many products. I just have no faith in myself. There's just too many going on. Impossible to keep up when there's 15 releases and there's 30 products in each release.
Well, if you spent less time on a golf simulator and trying to teach kindergarten level math, maybe you'd run the store a little better.
The store's fine. I'm not complaining. The store.
You're not having any problems.
I'm not. I'm just complaining about the amount of things.
I'm going nuts. But for no reason.
The Codex bundle is crazy. 2 collector boosters, 6 play boosters, and 2 of 6 foil promo cards. One of them is a really
One of them looks like a soul ring.
a really cool looking soul ring. That product is going to be complete level product in my opinion.
I don't think so. I don't think it'll hit that level, and the reason is the lands don't look as cool.
That's fair. Yeah,
At least from what we can tell, right? If they have some kind of weird texturing going on or a different shimmer, but just on that was my first takeaway, man. I was like, oh, they keep doing these special bundles, but the thing they're missing is what made the first one so cool.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how hot the set is.
Yeah.
If it's Lorwyn level, which probably won't be, the 2 collector packs inside there. Now, here's another thought is if they have a set number of collector packs that they print for a release like Lorwyn or a release like Strixhaven, and their math is based on the packs, which I would venture to say that that's their math because they price out MSRP and all that stuff based on the pack. Then does the addition of this product that didn't exist in Lorwyn and now has 2 collector packs in it, does this reduce the number of collector boxes we see enter the market from a distribution standpoint? That was a thing that I thought of. When we get allocations, if numbers for collector boxes are less than Lorwyn, I think it will be because of these packs.
Weren't these packs in the Lorwyn bundles too? In the Lorwyn Draft Night?
The Draft Night, which exists in this, but this is an extra product, another product.
Bundle. There's no gift bundle in Lorwyn with collectors. Gotcha. Okay.
Nope. And there's also no gift bundle in this set because this one is called the Codex bundle, and it's not a gift bundle. It has 2 collector packs.
Right, but see how I just mentioned it? And you were able to tie together with your massive brain
because I'm reading it in front of me
with your gigantic, massive.
If I'm average, then that means 50% of people are stupider than me, and a lot of those people.
I don't think any of us believe you're average.
A lot of those people ask questions.
We saw that dip picture, okay? We all saw it.
How many ducks were there?
Donald.
I do like the 5 commander decks. The
5 commander decks is cool. They couldn't do 5 every set though.
Strixhaven Commander was a pretty good commander set.
It just makes sense, like in Strixhaven to do. Like, it make the same sense in a Ravnica set to do 5, But
yeah, fair.
Anyway, we'll talk more about that as we get closer.
Oh man,
yeah, because that's 2 sets away.
Well, we have TMNT and then that. Is that
yeah?
Big sorcery order just came in. Whoo!
Let's talk about sorcery. Sorcery has a restock at distribution. Small restock is what I'm being told. I was not able to get all the boxes that I asked for of Arthurian Legends, which is interesting. I was curious what you guys thought about demand. Josh, you're selling singles. Demand for a complete I'm not going to use the word reprint because who knows if they printed more or they just gave more product from
reprint,
distro, a reorder, a whatever.
Well, you said yourself that a lot of people like Arthurian Legends maybe didn't have the power level or the same experience, whatever, as Alpha Beta. A lot of people kind of ignored it, so to speak. But now that Gothic is out and there are cards that kind of synergize with Arthurian Legends, now people are like, oh, I should have picked those up, but I didn't. And so now there's probably kind of a resurgence of some people that maybe skipped it or didn't get as much as they wanted trying to pick it up again.
Yeah, there is some of the cards are getting a little bit expensive. I've got Joyous Guard up, and that was a $20 card. Now it's a $50 card. I think the bigger problem is like you have to open a lot of this product to pull any of these cards. Like the pull rate is a small resupply is not going to make a significant change in the market dynamics for sorcery. I was curious, do you guys think a game like Sorcery needs to have expensive boxes in order to sell the new product? That was a little bit of a loaded question, or a little bit of a long setup to a question. But
Does
like,
Sorcery need expensive boxes to sell? So like, if the last set does poorly, it'll drive
Yeah.
people away because there's less.
I don't want to say if the last set does poorly, because like that implies it came out on release and wasn't enjoyed or was oversaturated. But like they are risking, right, by putting out more product for Arthurian Legends and for beta, they are risking the market just saying, listen, we didn't need that. And so the market collapses upon itself, and now all of a sudden you have whatever. I don't think that that's going to happen in this case. Like, again, I don't think the supply is big enough, but at some point they will stop printing beta and Arthurian Legends, right?
I mean, yeah, but much later than every other game we've ever talked about, Will, because they
Interesting.
only are committed to printing once a year, right? They have time. We always talk, you can't do a reprint of Bloomburrow play boxes because Final Fantasy's in the queue, and then you got to print Spider. Like, you got to find little sliver windows to fit these things in. Sorcerer's got a little more freedom there.
Yeah.
Now, printer time competing with other companies notwithstanding, will
You-
they use that time to reprint boxes, and is that a good idea? That's a different discussion. But they have the capability
You have a
to.
little bit more freedom. You also have a little bit more risk, though, because when you have like what you saw with Gothic comes out and it creates demand for the new cards, or for the old cards. If you don't have those sets coming out throughout the year, you're not creating demand for those old cards, and so a little bit more risk as well as the freedom.
Well, that's why you wonder if you follow up your new release with a reprint of your last stuff.
Yeah,
right?
which is exactly kind of what's happening here.
Right.
I think it's a little too close though. I mean, I guess we're 2 months removed.
Yeah, but like Arthurian Legends boxes in December were $100, $110, and now they're 130.
So like
Yeah,
my only thing
some
is,
movement there.
when you like everything's kind of stretched out when you're one set a year, like 2 months removed from Gothic. Yeah, we're getting Arthurian Legends, but what do we do between now and December of this year?
The
Like,
beta reprint.
yeah, like there, I feel like
Yeah,
Or
and I
re-release,
don't know if there was already a beta reprint. I can't remember if it was out of stock or not at distro. I know right now I believe you can get beta from a couple of the warehouses, but
I feel like you should just always be able to walk into a game store that carries Sorcery and pick up beta. Like it's
there's
just
a timeline for that for sure.
yeah, for at least 5 years.
So the problem is that distributors don't want to hold on to the product and have it. So this is where I think a lot of people have brought up the idea of like of Sorcery doing more direct to store processes. And
They get their own warehouse. They handle,
but there's logistics there that make that complicated.
or they use their they use their third party that handles warehouse and distribution already, that does their tournament software to
There you
handle that.
There you go. Nothing bad can happen with that.
No.
Yeah. Hate to see a pallet go missing or something.
Oh, it fell off a truck. You got a shout out.
I did
from me in the sorcery world. I'm doing a series where I'm documenting my selling cards on TCG Player and the strategy I'm doing and what I'm trying to take like an actual organized approach to it. And I shouted you out for being the shipping guru. I didn't give your methods, but I said, this guy has opened up a whole world to me of possibilities of how to.
I never sent you some of that stuff.
Gamify shipping cards
because you had plenty of it.
Yeah, I need to work through the stuff I already paid for.
Yeah. Did you like my text to you?
Which one?
You took that way more offensively than I thought you were going to take.
Oh no, dude! I was just trying to make you feel bad for saying it. Yeah, my very first order was shipped, and I didn't. It was, first of all, the seller left a review of 3 stars because he said $50 order not tracked. 3 stars. Maybe I'll update it when I get my order. It was a $45 order. If it was $50, I wouldn't have been able to ship it without tracking. It was $45. So, in fairness, and also it was in the middle of the holiday season, and I hadn't gotten shipping materials in yet. So I used what I had, and you got your cards in wonderful condition. Take that.
Josh sent me a text and he said level 4 incoming, baby, with a screenshot of his hometown TCG LLC. And for whatever reason, it doesn't say anything about seller level 4. It's just his name and his percentage and number of sales.
Yeah, because you have to have 51 delivered sales.
Okay,
whatever.
gotcha.
I figured you freaking knew that.
He goes level 4 incoming, baby. And I responded to him and said 95% is so bad. What the hell are you doing?
I got 1 3-star on in my first 3 orders. That's what I did. I'm up to 96 or 97 now.
Can you imagine if, as males, we just encouraged each other rather than?
What's that like?
I don't take your feedback seriously. You're too stupid to do kindergarten homework.
That's just me, I guess.
Anyway, the Arthurian Legends reprint will be restock will be interesting to see if it affects any of the market.
The indie TCG world is so hilarious. I always forget how it is to exist here because you feel like hesitant about using phrases like reprint.
Yeah, because like, it's not a reprint.
Right. It'll cause a whole cascading freak out.
I don't care. I'm over it. But the problem with Arthurian Legends in particular is really, rather than printing more Arthurian Legends, if they wanted to get more cards out there, if that was their goal, they really just need to print 2 or 3 of the cards again in something else. Like the set is very, very top heavy. You got to pull the Ring of Morgana,
now you're talking about actual reprints, buddy. Whew.
And you're allowed to reprint cards, people. It's like a thing that card game companies should do. Like,
yeah, as long as you reprint using the guidelines that you declared and set for your community that spent tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, on your cards. Yeah.
So I think Sorcery should have unique art when they reprint cards.
Now, can it be better and cooler? And who is to judge what's better and cooler?
I don't anticipate Sorcery will start doing like flashier versions of stuff.
We started getting, like, in Lorcana, we had a huge reprint with Fabled, but now, like, in the sets, we're getting 1, 2, 3 cards, like, as a reprint, just, in a set, and they're giving them new art, which is something that I really think is important. When you reprint something, you should give it. I mean, not always. Like, Magic does that too, where it's like sometimes it's the same art, but then it's been reprinted 6 times in this art, so we give it a new art. But like, it's really important to, like, then that also, to me, that makes your older card more valuable if the art is cooler to you. Like, you can use the older art, flex a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem with Commander Masters. There was no new art on regular cards in Commander Masters.
Parachute.
Commander Masters was not a parachute.
I think it was.
Buddy, they planned Commander Masters, like, that was their 10.
You mean Commander Legends? You're thinking Commander Legends.
You're right, because they also had the Commander decks.
Yeah, no, Commander Masters was the reprint set. The Commander, I guess I don't know how to say it, Master set.
Ooh, parachute.
You're saying they whipped up Commander Masters, their biggest set of the year? Or until
it kind of did.
That was the same year as Lord of the Rings, which was.
Well, remember, we talked about this at the beginning of that year. Commander Masters was supposed to be the tentpole set of the year, and Lord of the Rings said, by the way, that's a beautiful cut. You see that nice high tight bat cut through, elbow nice and high?
Have you been following Commander Masters at all?
A little bit. It's kind of gotten insane,
dude. Okay, so somebody came in and traded some stuff and got a box of Commander Masters the other day, and I was like, are you opening that or are you keeping it sealed? I mean, Commander Masters has a potential to be like, it's like out of print. Like, Distro's like limited it and now is out of product. That box is going to be, particularly the draft box, I think, because it's just such a fun experience. I love drafting Commander Masters. I wish I had more of those decks, man.
It's a shame the Jeweled Lotus is complete garbage now.
Yeah, but that, like, it's crazy that. Do you imagine if it was
$100?
Gosh, all these collector boxes now are $325. I dropped the ball hard with Commander Masters. I guess maybe not that bad.
I mean, a year ago they were $225.
Yeah.
So it's not like
when we moved stores, I sold a bunch of. I mean, like I just didn't know if it was gonna have storage and space, and it is what it is.
yeah, but
You
even
win-
at that,
you
yeah, I
win
think
some,
you're
you
fine
lose
at that
some.
price.
I have a box up there. At least I have one. Anyway, I think what I with Arthurian Legends, when they reprint cards, and when particularly like they hinted at doing a revised version of the alpha beta set, um, I think they should do like foils that don't have the foil back or the art on the back, like things like that that are make the previous versions hold true to being better. But I think they came out and said that they don't want to make things worse than cards in the past.
Ew.
I don't know.
It don't.
I'm still team that. But I also have a lot of foils from Sorcery, so maybe I'm a little bit biased.
Ew.
Yeah. You hate that?
Yeah, if I open a sorcery foil, it wasn't the thing, I'd be so pissed. I
You
feel
had
like,
plenty of opportunity to open the thing.
but why? It's an old school TCG.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, dude. Just do the thing.
I know. It wasn't a popular take the first time I said it, but
It's not a popular take
I'm
now.
not here for the popularity. I'm here for the honesty. You know? Speaking about honesty, Ravensburg being very honest, admitting Lorcana sucks. That's it. That's the topic.
Take it away, Donald.
I don't take the rage bait.
You used to.
I don't know, man. Your face, sometimes the way you take Lorcana topics personally makes it feel like you take the rage bait.
I miss old tax bracket Donald where he
You
actually
were much
cared.
more passionate about Lorcana before you had enough money to buy Magic.
It was
I
that ad revenue on his on Scruffy Looking Gaming.
Yeah, well, if you could pass a kindergarten level worksheet, then maybe I would, care about your opinion a little more. But
Bring it back. I love it. It's clearly just asking if it's 4 or
All
5 ducks, dude.
all three of us didn't pass that for the record.
Well, we're talking about the 4 or 5 ducks.
No
Okay?
way, it's not that. Because listen, I looked at the previous weeks. I looked at the previous days, and it wasn't. Neither of the numbers were the numbers of turtles or whatever is on it.
are you sure you just couldn't count that high?
Now,
I asked my
he makes
wife.
a good point.
My wife, who is a doctor, also didn't know about.
Do you think maybe she didn't want to make you feel bad?
Maybe she does love me. And feel
Maybe it
bad
was
for
so
me.
perfect and meek. It was so perfect.
Maybe.
You nailed that. I hate you and your ability to perform.
Well,
Well,
Donald, tell us about Lorcana. We've set you up 3 times. Come on, do something.
I mean, you want to talk about real stuff, or do you want to
Do it.
Come
Do
on,
it.
Donald. Talk about Lorcana. Where's my camera? What? Okay, I'll do it. Fine.
Okay, thanks.
Lorcana had a press release, or Ravensburg. They said that they had 2 years of exceptionally strong growth, and then the sales declined last year. But all of the other categories, games, puzzles, and books, grew by 3%. Only the trading card business they used the phrase normalized because they didn't want to say it went down. So while the company as a whole went down 6%, all of the other parts of the company went up 3%, but then trading card games declined.
so it's the inverse Hasbro.
I was going to say it's exactly what that
Yeah.
is. Where Magic literally or Wizards was the only thing that did
carrying
well in
Hasbro. Yeah. Well,
Donald, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, their other like their puzzles, their villainous board game, their board games in general, that stuff has been around for much longer and is more deep seated. I think that like everybody is well aware that Lorcana came out of the gate strong and then dipped off, which is what basically the article says. And I honestly look for
press release.
Press release says I honestly look for that. I don't know, like when the next press release will be, but I feel like the last 3 quarters of this year are going to be pretty strong numbers because those are all 3 Pixar sets. So
Yeah, this is just like not again, it's news, but it's news that I think anyone in this podcast would have guessed, right? Lorcana came out strong. They leveraged a lot of their very popular IP. It was a far more played game than we ever expected it to be. It was a far less collectible game and pack cracking game than we ever expected it to be. We knew that after the first couple sets, the last couple years have been, let's call it, not as stellar. So this is the least surprising news of all time.
We're only on 2 years, but
I thought we're into year 3, aren't we?
we are. August was 2 years. So
yeah, but realistically, after first chapter, like, things came down to earth and normalized very quickly.
Yeah.
So I agree with most of what you just said, Josh. I don't like that they verbalize. So they mentioned that the sets in the latter half of the year sold out, but they don't mention anything about reduced quantity or supply changes. I mean, they don't have to, but
And nobody ever does.
from my perspective,
and also though, like, it also, that was like the I guess maybe Fabled and I guess, yeah, they were both at the end of last. So maybe they both, you can. I was going to say only Fabled was part of that, but I guess it's not. I guess the last 2 sets were part of.
Well, and here's my thing.
Just barely.
I think that the biggest problem they have currently, they have 2 problems. The biggest problem they have is that collectors, when they saw Inklands get printed to oblivion, when they saw whatever the Ursa's Return get printed to oblivion, kind of were like, oh, they're never going to care about the value of the cards and the boxes. And so collectors kind of backed out and were like, scalpers also backed out, right? Like that was also part of it. I want to hear them say something along the lines of like, we understand the value of collectors. And so we did things like increase, like the Fable rarity brought back in a lot of the collectors, and the adjustment for the print run also brought back in a lot of the collectors. That's why Fabled's been largely successful. So I wish they would identify that. I hope behind the scenes they understand that. That was always my biggest concern with Lorcana. We talked about this on the podcast for years with George. Like, my biggest concern was, does Ravensburg understand the ecosystem of a TCG, and that you need there to be value for the randomization of the packs and that kind of stuff, as opposed to a board game where everything is just out there. The second problem I think they have is, and they highlighted that there's still growth in the gameplay. The players, and maybe this is just locally, but I've heard this from some other stores too. The player base is very split among people who play new TCGs. They move from new card game to new card game. So the same people who are excited about Lorcana end up playing Riftbound, and they end up playing the new Union Arena game, and they end up playing the new whatever. If you take the card game infrastructure amount of people, there's like a pocket of people that will only ever play Magic the Gathering. Then there's this like subgroup of people who will always play the new card game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's going to be the biggest problem they have from a player base standpoint, is there's a lot of new card games coming out constantly that are good.
They also have an organized play problem locally too. Like, they need to support organized play locally a lot better. And I think that hurts as well, because at a high level, no issues at all. I mean, the Pro Tour-esque tournaments that are happening, Magic Fest, that's a better comparison. The Magic Fest tournaments that are happening sell out in 15 seconds.
Right.
Like, no issue getting people to play in those. But getting people to play at a local tournament, it's just, there's no incentive. There's no Friday night Magic promo, there's nothing that's really an incentive. If you win a store championship, you should be able to purchase a ticket to a DLC. Like, not even get a ticket for free, but the ability to purchase one, because there are people are people who, like Toby, who wins set championships all the time, can't get into a DLC because
You can't buy it fast enough.
He didn't click fast enough.
Huh.
Like, yeah, it's
Crazy.
so win a set champ, you get first pick at getting a ticket to any DLC you want. Easy to do. It doesn't take anything off them. Like
Right.
they just need to support organized play at the local level so much better.
Interesting.
Can I tell you what they are doing right?
Yes.
Okay. I linked some enchanteds in the.
I thought you were going to say not
Nah.
print the same serialized card twice.
I'm not ready to move. I'm not ready to move on.
After we look at the enchanteds,
I'm not ready to move on because thanks for noticing me, but I need this Eeyore enchanted in my life.
you both do.
I'm not Eeyore.
I'm 100% Eeyore. If you look at these, like I just posted,
I'm fine with it.
I posted some enchanted. So this set is the winter spell that's coming up. It's very, it's obviously a winter themed set. But all the art,
More snow days. Yeah.
all the art for the enchanted is very like Inuit artist inspired, which I think is such a cool idea. Like, let me use a better word for you. Like people that live in Alaska and Eskimos. Do you know that word?
He's a
This is
teacher.
what
He knows
this
what that is.
this is what Eskimo art looks like.
Yeah.
You can't say Eskimo to Louis without a thought crossing his mind, and you can see it on his dumb face right now.
Anyway, all the art is very culturally like specific art style across all the enchantments, which I think is really cool.
Is the artist of the Cold Never Bothered Me, the Elsa, also named Elsa? Is it Elsa Chang is the artist for Elsa?
That is correct.
That's kind of funny. That's that's a weird one. It looks like they figured out their formula. People like Elsa.
There are 3 Elsa enchanteds in this set.
That's great.
Ooh.
There are
Cash cow. Milk that cash cow.
Parachute product.
There's one that's a creature, one that's on or two of them that are on
Do you mean
spells.
a human?
I was going to say
creature.
character because it's called character, but I knew you wouldn't understand that. But
Creature.
I tried to use a magic term you would understand.
I didn't understand it.
It's very typal of them. Very kindred. So I do think that there is Lorcana passed the test.
Oh.
Lorcana's around. They stabilized. They exist, right? They passed the test. You can be a TCG in the space. But now you're going to have to fight the same battle that every TCG fights. And you're going to have to fight it even harder when the main focus of your TCG is play. Is all roads lead to Magic. All roads lead to Magic in some form or fashion. People who play TCGs are either going to leave Magic because they're mad at the time and try other games, and then eventually start heading back to Magic. Even if they never give up their other TCG, they don't play it as aggressively. Donald is a prime example. Donald hated Magic. Donald played only Lorcana. Donald's now completing Magic the Gathering sets and drafting Magic again.
That's not true.
I don't know either. The people who left Magic and are playing Lorcana now, if they leave Lorcana, they are going to go play video games or they're going to play another new card game. Riftbound. They're going to play.
I'm not going
for
back
a week, and we've already seen this happen. This is not. We've seen every TCG that comes out. This happens. Why would this be any different? It is centered around play. Guess where you're going to end up? To use your words, the best game system on the market.
I would play Riftbound or One Piece before I would play.
Maybe in Chicago.
You'll do it for a while.
Maybe in Chicago that works, like in a major city, but like for a lot of other places, there's nowhere to play Modern. There's nowhere to play Standard. There's nowhere to play in-person one-on-one card game for Magic other than by playing Riftbound. Like at every store in our area.
For the large majority of the population, save outside small communities?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, then I stand by what I said.
If you're saying that those communities don't matter, then like
when it comes to a large number of players in your game, and we're counting how many people are sticking around for the long term, it's important to have, the largest groups of people.
Okay.
I'm not a Commander enjoyer. and that largely keeps me out of Magic. I'll play Pauper every day, all day, but I like the focus on Commander is a lot of what keeps me out.
Yeah, but you can play Pauper. You have a place to play Pauper, and you're
I
playing
do.
Pauper.
I would venture to say that somewhere around 80% of game stores are not in a major metropolitan area. That would be my. I think I would.
I would
I think
I
I
would
would.
venture to guess that 75% of patrons of game stores go to ones in or near major metropolitan areas.
I don't think that's true.
I do.
I wonder if there's any way to know that, because when you have a major metropolitan area, it is a far more expensive to open a game store. The bottom line cost is far more, and because of the digital age, the juice is not worth the squeeze, because you can have a game store in West Virginia and still sell stuff all around the world and be able to have the volume. It's way less risky, so you have less game stores. And I don't know, man.
Well, but what you have around you is the ability for the mom and pop game store to exist. Here, those mom and pop game stores consolidate into larger players. You have bigger game stores here than you do in, let's say, Southern Illinois, right, where there's not as big of a metropolitan area.
But I guess there are 5 weekly events for Riftbound in my town. In my town, if you are a Riftbound player, there are 5 events firing. You can go play Riftbound at 5 different stores within 5 minutes of Hurricane, West Virginia.
Right.
That's crazy. Okay. Lorcana, there are, what, Donald, 3? I would guess 3 firing events pretty much in a week that you could play at, maybe even more than that.
In our area, yeah, there's probably 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for standard, there's 0. For modern, there's 1, and we're starting to we have like the second one that just started. For Pauper, there's 1. That we're the only place that plays Pauper. For draft, like
maybe 2.
Usually us and maybe one other place. Like there's not when you end your time as a Lorcana player, if you're frustrated with the game as Lorcana, in a lot of places, in more than 70% of the country, locationally wise, there's nowhere to go and play modern. There's nowhere to go.
Hold on, because what you just did is you said there's 3 places to play Lorcana and 5 places to play Riftbound, 1-on-1 of each of those games, and then you took Magic and you split Magic up into all of the various ways you could think to play 1-on-1, and then called them their own category. What I heard you say is there's 3 places to play Riftbound, or 5 places to play Riftbound, 3 places to play Lorcana, and 8 or 9 places to play 1-on-1 Magic. No. That's what I heard.
Pauper was at my store.
Mm-hmm.
Draft is my store, maybe plus one other store.
Mm-hmm.
Modern's at my store and the same other store.
So you're saying there's only 2 Magic drafts in your whole area? Because
there's more people trying to draft, maybe.
Even in the small town of, it was at the time I lived there in high school, was like probably 3,000 people. Within 30 minutes, there was 4 to 5 Magic drafts. Like,
what year was that, Josh?
But to
what
this
year was
day,
that? What year was that?
To this day, you can still go to all those stores. Heroes Inc. will draft this Friday. You can go there right now. Like, maybe that's weird. I also think that your store, being who you are and kind of what you enjoy about TCGs, you emanate that more, and game stores tend to gravitate to the people that own them. So I think that's a factor there. But you can't convince me that there's less opportunities to play 1-on-1 Magic than there is to any one of those siloed games. Or you get a Riftbound capped at 5. You're telling me there's less than 5 ways to play 1-on-1 Magic. That just doesn't jive with me. I mean, you gave me 2 modern, you gave me a Pauper. That means that there could only possibly be 2 drafts within 30 minutes of you. And now we've tied Riftbound. Now there's the exact same amount.
But that's also much different than like the entry level of that to play Pauper and Modern and Draft is a much bigger commitment than buying one deck and being able to play at these other places. Like that's
There's
what the
also a much
Riftbound
more
people.
diverse group of people doing it. You don't have 6 people that hit every spot.
That's what's happening with some of these indie games.
That's what I'm saying. Is your Lorcana community is largely a tight-knit community with some people that are pulled in at each location. And that's fine. That's how indies work. But the idea that people don't have the opportunity to move to play Magic is that doesn't pass my spell test.
Okay, we can just disagree. It's fine. Things that we will not disagree on, and we don't have to talk about this long. Star Wars printed the same serialized card twice.
Donald, when you sent this, I laughed out loud by myself like a psychopath.
I wish we had a picture of the 2 serialized cards. Like,
there is it not in that thing I sent?
no, that's the new one.
Yeah, that's the re.
It should have been. I thought it was a picture of both.
No, so there were 21 propaganda cards affected. Will now have their own unique cracked and repaired style. So now they printed too many serialized cards. So their solution is to print new versions of those serialized cards.
Yeah. So the people. What's interesting is the person who got the duplicate. First of all, how do you know who's the original, who's the duplicate? The first person to open it's the real one, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
claimed.
But like now the other person gets this new version of the card. Does that not become more like more rare? Like you want that version instead of like what are they doing? What are they doing?
They should have just said, hey, if you get a serialized card, you can send it into, you can keep it or you can send it into us and we'll give you a free collector box of the next set. Done.
Like the fact though that like if I open a serialized card and then find out that someone else has the same serialized card, I just lose all faith in the system.
It's like, literally the one thing you cannot do.
Yeah.
It is the
imagine
the only thing you can't do. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone else opened the 1/1 ring after it was. I mean, like,
yeah,
like what are we doing?
Donald, you weren't with us then, but we were talking about it because we were like, they can't have just printed one of this card. They had to have print for the 1/1 ring. They had to print 5 of them and then like pick one. And you destroy the rest in the Fires of Mount Doom or whatever it might be. But we said, if another one of these ever saw the light of day, it's over. It's over.
It just destroys the entire system. Like you lose all integrity of my card being what it says it is.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
You know what though? Somebody came in and bought a whole case of the previous Star Wars set. I don't carry Star Wars anymore, but I just had a case in the back. And he traded in some Pokemon cards for it. He asked for it. And he came back in last week and he was like, dude, thanks for the serialized card. And he showed me the card. I didn't think of anything about it. But now I'm thinking about him. There is no shot that he knows that this happened. Like there's no shot he knows. Like he's not connected in the online world of Star Wars TCG. And like how many people are going to have those serialized cards and just have no clue that they are literally
until in a year they're like, okay, I do want to buy this thing. Let me sell my card, and they find it's got no value, and they're like, wait, what? Why is that?
How do we know that was all that was affected? Like, I mean, I guess Cardamundi can like maybe prove that somehow. That's who it is. It's Cardamundi, yeah.
So what do you think Magic's doing to prevent this from happening?
It's bad. It's so bad.
You would think it's gotta happen in Magic the Gathering sooner or later. You would think it's gotta happen. Like it can happen, it will happen, right?
It could be as simple as like Fantasy Flight sending the wrong file, and the file, like they have a print file and they accidentally copy and pasted the wrong thing and it didn't get double checked.
That sounds like par for the course.
So I just looked it up. Apparently, when I think numbered cards, I know you hate sports cards talk, but like companies that do sports cards do numbered cards of 15 different numbers every set after set. Like, how often does this happen when you're doing numbered cards that frequently? You would think it's more often. Apparently, it is wildly rare in sports cards.
Yeah.
So like, this is a process that people printing cardboard have figured out.
Right.
This is something that we've got down to a science.
Anyway.
And the science is counting the ducks. There's 5 of them.
There's 5
Don't
ducks.
print 6.
5 ducks.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Shout out to Star Wars. You could have been so good if you had better artwork and
now you're I haven't checked.
Better.
What's the original set going for?
Dude, they trashed it.
$17.
No way.
I don't think it's $17. What is this called?
Spark of Rebellion.
Is that the first set?
I mean, they printed
Wasn't
that thing absolutely to the ground. A case of 6 is $450. A box is $82. I remember, I think I've shared this story on the podcast before. My distro called me and was like, "Hey, how many Star Wars boxes do you want?" I was like, "Well, what do you expect the allocation to be?" And this was not my main distro. This was I'm not gonna say who. This was,
there you go. Good call.
It was Asmodee. And they were like, "Oh no, just tell us how many you want. We'll get them for you." I was like, "Oh, not that many."
Wait a second. Back up.
Significantly less, please.
In December, these boxes were $68. So they banned the all the good cards is what happened. Like the Darth Vader is now $6. That thing was like 80.
Well, and then they really hurt their collectors when they
double printed the most collectible item.
But like the collector box thing was such a miss, like such a huge miss, where you couldn't get cards in the normal set. You could only get them in collector boxes. Like,
I love the game. The game is so good.
It's
it's
so poorly managed.
The gameplay is so good though. It's such a shame.
It's not enough.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it's not enough.
It would not be the first time that any of us said, "Wow, that's such a fun game to play. Too bad the company can't manage it properly."
Yeah. When that game dies, I'm gonna buy some of the cards so that I can play it.
When this game dies, then it might be worth getting the crazy chase like full arts just because the Star Wars cards. If only the art wasn't so crappy too.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is the art, like most of those cards still look terrible.
They just do.
They have zero pop to them. There's zero that you look at it and like, that's a really cool card.
Do you remember the original Han Solo? Like it just didn't look anything like him. The full art one. And
I think they're like not even very. I can't remember if they're textured or not. I feel like they're not. They might be though.
I don't remember. Sillier times.
I had the Boba Fett graded in a 10. I sold that, and then I think like 3 weeks later it got banned. I think I traded a PSA 10 for an Umbreon, for like a Moonbreon.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no! Someone has made a mistake.
Anyway, all right.
Oh, that wasn't you, was it?
No. All right. Anybody got a secret sauce? That's the secret sauce.
Right there. Don't double print your serious cards.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
It's the only thing. It's the only thing you can't do. It's just it.
Everyone, thanks for watching, listening. This was a fun one. Be kind to people around you. Go subscribe to Josh's channel. We're at Hometown TCG. Go subscribe to Scruffy Lookin' Gaming at Donald's channel. Kind to the people around you. May the zoo be with you.
And also with you, dudes.
Always.